Have you ever wondered if Columbus was truly the first to discover America? What if we told you the African presence in America predates Columbus by thousands of years? This intriguing idea isn't a mere speculation, but a theory grounded on a multitude of evidences as proposed by Professor Ivan van Sertima. His works bring to light stone heads, terracottas, skeletons and artifacts, along with oral traditions, documented history, and even botanical, linguistic and cultural data that hint at an early African presence in America. Fast forward to September 24, 2016, a significant milestone marked the recognition of the African American story as a central part of American history with the opening of the National Museum of African American History and Culture in Washington, D.C. However, it's important to note that this narrative is still incomplete. The truth is, Africans began journeying to the Americas thousands of years before Columbus. Their presence, even though often overlooked by mainstream scholars, is undeniable and backed by compelling evidence. As we approach Columbus Day and celebrate the 40th anniversary of They Came Before Columbus by Ivan van Sertima, let's delve deeper into the untold African history in America. Christopher Columbus himself was the first to suggest that black Africans preceded him to the New World. Let's explore this contention. In his Journal of the Second Voyage, Columbus noted an intriguing discovery. Upon reaching Haiti, then known as Hispaniola, he was informed by the native people about black-skinned visitors who had arrived from the south and southeast. These visitors didn't come empty-handed, but brought with them gold-tipped metal spears. This account is documented in Racolta, Part 1, Volume 1, where it states, Columbus wanted to find out what the Indians of Hispaniola had told him that had come from the south and southeast, Igbo people who brought those spear points made of a metal which they call guanin. Intrigued by this story, Columbus decided to verify the narrative. He sent samples of these spears back to Spain to be examined. The analysis revealed that the spear's metal composition was a unique alloy of gold, copper, and silver. But what's even more interesting is that the ratio of these materials found in the spears was identical to those being forged in African Guinea at the time. This finding was significant, suggesting that the visitors who traded these spears could indeed be from Africa. This was the first piece of tangible evidence pointing towards an African presence in the Americas before Columbus's arrival. But Columbus didn't stop there. His son, Ferdinand, documented in a book about his father's life that Columbus himself encountered black people when he reached the region just north of what is now known as Honduras. This encounter further strengthened the theory of an African presence in America before Columbus. Columbus's observations upon reaching the region north of Honduras further supports the theory of an African presence in America before his arrival. But Columbus wasn't the only one to encounter black people in the Americas. There were others too. Indeed, the accounts of several European explorers further bolster the idea of an African presence in America before Columbus. One such explorer was Vasco Núñez de Balboa. In September of 1513, Balboa led his men down the slopes of Corequa, in the region we now call Darien. There, they encountered a group of black people, a sight that reportedly left them astounded. This account, recorded in the annals of history, serves as another piece of the puzzle, further substantiating the argument for a pre-Columbian African presence in America. And it wasn't just Balboa. Nearly a dozen other European explorers reported similar encounters. These warriors, traders, and explorers from Africa were not anomalies, but representatives of thriving civilizations that had mastered the art of ocean navigation long before Columbus set sail. However, these accounts are just the tip of the iceberg. There are countless other pieces of evidence. Stoneheads, terracottas, skeletons, artifacts, techniques and inscriptions, oral traditions and documented history, botanical, linguistic and cultural data that all point to the same conclusion. Africa's children were here, in the Americas, thousands of years before Columbus. This isn't a tale born out of romanticism or wishful thinking, but a historical fact grounded in an ever-growing body of reliable evidence. Recognizing this fact not only challenges our conventional understanding of American history, but also enriches it, painting a fuller, more vibrant picture of our shared past. The evidence is compelling. The African presence in America is a historical fact that predates Columbus and challenges our conventional understanding of American history. This is a story that demands to be told, a story that reminds us of the grandeur of Africa and the remarkable achievements of its people. It's a story that ties us all together, a testament to the interconnectedness of our histories and the shared legacy of humanity. So, what does this all mean for our understanding of America's history? Well, it challenges the conventional narratives we've been handed down. The overwhelming evidences, from Columbus's own journal to the distinctive African guinea spears found in the Caribbean, to the African-like stone heads and figurines discovered in ancient American archaeological sites, all point towards an African presence that predates Columbus. This isn't about rewriting history, but rather about expanding it, filling in the gaps that have been left out. The African presence in America before Columbus is a significant part of history that deserves recognition. It's time we tell the full story.